Today I will show you every single secret in Forsaken that I myself know. I'm gonna go from the most obvious ones that most of you probably know to the most secret ones that I didn't know up until recently. Okay, let's start with simple things. First of all, some killers have a secret last man standing theme. Currently only two, and those are Cookit and 1X. How this works is that the last survivor alive needs to be a specific character. As for Cookit, it has to be 007 and 7, which according to the lore is his adoptive father, and the music that will play is the one you're hearing right now. And for 1X, the last man standing has to be Shidletsky. I don't exactly know the lore behind Shidletsky and 1X's relationship. Apparently 1X is like the embodiment of Shidletsky's hate. I really don't know, but feel free to tell me in the comments, I will read them, and the song that will play is the one you're hearing right now. Speaking of Shidletsky, he has a secret skin which can play a secret animation. The skin I'm talking about is the Memorian skin, and each time Shidletsky dies with this skin, an animation will play. The Memorian skin can be bought in the shop for 500 money, and it's just a grey Shidletsky, but I think it's a cool Easter egg. Builderman has also a secret skin, which is the Windows BSOD. When you equip the skin and play as Builderman, you can actually change your face by typing it in the chat, for example smiley face, not so smiley face, and a couple other things. What you can also do, but I really don't suggest it, is typing something cringe, which funnily enough will burn you to death, so don't do it. Another secret skin, I know there's a lot of secret skins, is a guest skin, but barely anybody knows about this one. There's a glitch, I believe. I don't know if the developers intentionally put this in the game, but if you buy the Thomas Jarvis skin from the shop for 900 money, you can perform a secret. Now, you're familiar with the punch from the guest, right? When you use it, you lunge forward, making you move. But when using the guest with the Tommy Jarvis skin, you actually don't move. Like, you literally don't. Maybe you could make use of this, but this is very situational. But still very cool, and I still wonder if this is intentionally put in the game. Barely anybody interacts with the NPCs in the lobby. I also don't. First of all, if you keep talking with the cat, eventually you'll get a badge. If you talk with Roland and keep interacting with him, his music will get slower and eventually he will just crash. Next to the lobby is a bunker with a VHS tape, which could have some meaning to the lore of the game. I really don't know. You know, when I was editing the video, I actually noticed something. What if the flickering pattern of this lantern near the bunker is actually a Morse code? I don't know, might be some random flickering, but might be a Morse code. If someone can decode it, write it in the comments. Secret number 6. Wait, what is this? Only 0.5% of you guys are subscribed. What the f— No, but in all seriousness, click the like button. Click the red button called subscribe button. I will upload more cool Forsaken videos, trust me, it'll be worth it. So you're probably familiar with emotes. Yeah, of course you are. You're a Forsaken player. Why did I ask that? Now, there is a glitch with emotes, specifically those where you can walk when using it. If you sprint into a climbable surface, for example here, into those wooden rails, the emote would get sped up by a lot. This works on any emote where you can walk on any climbable surface, but it works best on those wooden rails in the lobby. It does take some practice, you just have to time it right. Eventually you'll get it. In the Brandon Works map, I actually didn't know the secret myself until recently. If you place your camera outside of the map, in this forest like this, beyond the wooden rails, you will hear something strange. If you turn up your volume, because it's pretty quiet, you will hear this. Now, I believe this is simply just wind ambience, but this could be maybe something more sinister, but probably just wind. Alright, now we get to the real secrets. Secrets that barely anybody knows. First of all, you can jump with Cookit. No, you can't. I lied. But you can still climb surfaces. I know, crazy. So how this works is you have to do something what I call minion climbing. So next to the thing you want to climb, you summon your minions. And then immediately go on to the minion's head, and this will make you go up a bit. And with this you can climb small surfaces. It could be used and is beneficial, but it's very situational, and you will probably never do that in a real game. I tried climbing a lot of things because this is a game-breaking tech, but the most impressive thing I climbed was this thing on Planet Voss. There's only a few of those that are climbable because there are invisible parts. Nevertheless, still pretty cool secret. Now, on the Brandon Works map, there's actually another secret which I had no idea, and I have to thank my friend Wood for actually showing me this, because this is actually something I didn't know at all. So if you go under the ramp over here next to the castle, and if you put your camera with shift lock, right here there's actually a pink room. Now that looks like a pink cube. I think it's a room. Wood actually told me it's a room. We tried getting inside of there, but it's literally impossible. But apparently it's a room. Something is inside of there, but I'm unsure what. If anybody knows, tell me in the comments, because I would be curious to know. I trust me, I really tried everything to get in there. Jason gashing wound, walk speed override, a lot of things. So I think it's impossible to get inside of there. But still a pretty cool Easter egg. There are actually some secret places you can get to where you shouldn't be, or else you'll get banned most of the time. What I'm talking about is John Doe spikes. When getting hit by them, there's a small chance it will fling you, and even lesser chance that you will land somewhere. It somehow happened to me, when I was playing in one of my other videos. To this day, I'm still shocked how this happened to me. This is like 1 in a million at least. But if you stay there for too long, you will actually get banned. And that is exactly what happened to me, because I was apparently glitch abusing. I tried recreating this, which took me a long amount of time. I don't think you actually understand how much. Thanks to Wood for actually helping me and going through this insanity. But for a split second, I got flung and I got launched into the air. I recreated this clip. This took me such a long time, and it's so complicated to do. This will probably never happen to you in a game. Thanks for watching if you have watched up until this moment. Those are all the secrets I had to share with you today. I do know a few more, but that will probably be for another video. Tell me in the comments what I might have missed, and yeah, have a great day.